You want a bagel? Good morning and welcome back to another vlog. Frozen at the moment, so it's cold. Oh, quick, let me put it in the microwave to defrost it. It's 7:05. It's just me and Harper up at the moment. I'm gonna make a coffee. Making Harper a bagel. I assume you can tell from my hair that I've just woken up. That's always the telltale sign. Yeah, that needs to go in the recycling bin. Oh, it's cold, isn't it? It's only 7 degrees right now. If you are new, welcome. My name is Kirsty. I'm 28. I live in Adelaide with my little family, and I just love my life. I'm currently training for my first marathon, so I need to get out for a run today at some point.
I'll go for a ride.
You go for a bike ride today, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are we going for a ride and you're going to go run?
Marathon training is hard. Actually, I would say even half marathon training is hard. Like, it's just exhausting. So I'm going to do my coffee myself this morning.
When can I pat it though?
Mummy's going to do a coffee this morning. Maybe you can help make one for Daddy after. I think my body just constantly feels quite tired. I had a good sleep last night, so let's stunning to make coffee. Now just remember how I think we're pretty much out of honey, so you might just have to have a bit of cheese in your bagel, okay? Do you want it toasted or do you want it warm like this? But I don't know what we're going to do today fully, because it is very cold. I don't know what friends are around today. Yeah?
I just want butter in there.
Just butter? You don't want cottage cheese? It's not going to fill you up very well. It's not going to make your belly feel very good if you're just having butter. But I have a half marathon next week, so I need to do an 18k this week, which is a bit crazy.
Mommy, after my bagel, I want to help with getting Daddy's.
Do you want a yellow or a pink plate?
Pink.
Try again.
Please can I have pink?
I feel like it's not even winter yet, but winter is hitting hard. It's
No,
still
not
2 weeks
fine.
away. I think I need to do a good stretch today, this morning,
Why?
because my muscles feel quite sore from all my running and my exercising. I actually need to get in some more strength this week. It's Thursday, by the way. What's Thursday, Harper? A Mummy Marley Harper Day.
Yay!
We love a Mummy Marley Harper Day, don't we?
And Daddy Day.
And Daddy, yeah. Daddy won't be here today, really. Where's Daddy going?
What?
To work.
Mommy, there's a little bit of cut there.
You want that broken?
No.
Okay.
Why is that too?
I need a coffee. At the end of last week's vlog, I was talking about how I'm reading Picking Daisies on Sundays. I read a fair bit more, but like, I'm still not obsessed with it. It's like good and like fine. I wouldn't say it's like anything to write home about. I don't know. I think I just had really high expectations, which I shouldn't do. Sky looks so stunning outside, but I know that if I step outside, it'll just be so cold. Oh yeah. I love having a coffee machine. I would like to get an upgrade, but this is a nice way to start my morning. I have blinked and it is feeding time at the zoo, aka lunchtime. Well, not really. It's actually only like 11, but the girls are saying they're hungry, so I'm gonna make them sandwiches. We had a friend come over for like an hour and a half in her little one's wake window, which was nice. We played in the living room, played in the garden. Sorry, Bubba?
Poopy.
Poopy?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Poopy.
Okay. And so, yeah, everyone was running around. I put a movie on, which I don't often do, but I'm trying to let go of the guilt of like putting a movie on once or twice a week, because that to me has always felt like I'm failing. But I've been sitting and watching Elemental with Harper. Marley doesn't really watch. She watches for like 2 seconds and then is off doing something else. And then we've said, yeah, we have said after we have I'm going to make the girls sandwiches and I'm going to have a wrap or two and then they're going to nap. So, yeah. Tomato?
Yeah.
Cheese, tomato, mayo seems to be the most popular for these girls these days.
Then that, Mom. Then that, Mom.
And then I'm going to have a, like, fajita, basically.
Then that, Mom.
Yeah, put it the other way, though, so that the mayonnaise stays down. What colour plate would you like, Momo? Pink or yellow? Pink or yellow? I feel like my mum days are so weird because I literally just try to have fun with the girls and then I feel guilty. Yeah, darling? Well, it probably will fall. I like try to soak in the time with them whilst also then thinking I'm home, I should be getting stuff done around the house. Like there's no, I don't know, I just always feel guilty about something, I guess. I also have this weird pit in my stomach today. I don't know, I feel very like anxious or something. I'm not sure. I feel like something bad is. Do you ever just get that? Like a pit in your stomach that like, I don't know if it's just because I had 2 coffees quite early, but I'm just like something, oh, I just feel sick to my stomach today for some, and I don't know if it's like intuition that something bad has happened or is happening or is going to happen. or if I'm just like being a bit crazy. Does anyone else ever get that? Where it's like, I don't know. I just feel like something's going to go wrong today and I don't know why. I'll make this tomato, please. But I'm trying to just like ignore that feeling a little bit. But other than that, we're going all right. We've got, yeah, it's like 11 o'clock. I'm hoping to get the girls down by midday. So we're doing early lunch. So hopefully, Marley, you're going to destroy that tomato, babe.
Yeah.
Thank you, puppy. Early lunch, so then hopefully in bed by midday. And then I'm going to have like a couple of hours to myself. And I guess in that time I can like get the house how I want it to be. But I'm going to do this and see how the next couple of hours unfold. Hi. It's been a really busy day. It's 1:20 on Friday afternoon and I have not filmed a thing because I've just been running around like a crazy person working and doing all sorts. But I'm just about to close my laptop finally. I feel like I have not stopped today, but that's fine. I'm going to go for a run. I have an 8K to do, so I'm going to go on the treadmill at the gym. I have 2 YouTube videos that I can watch, which is stunning. And that's basically been my day. I've been looking at my laptop all day long, which is fine. I love it. I'm a bit laptopped out. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go run on the treadmill. Zone 2 is the aim, like as slow as humanly possible, unfortunately. My heart rate still just skyrockets no matter what I'm doing, which is awesome. Then I'm going to go get Harper. I don't know what we're doing for dinner tonight. I don't know what the vibe is tonight. I actually have no idea. But I'm going to go. I'm exhausted, honestly. Like my brain hurts, you know? But that's okay. We are all good. I just like screamed at you for like 2 minutes straight, but I'm going to go run now. I've been putting it off. I was meant to go this morning and I didn't. So I really, really need to do it now before I go get Harper. 1:30. I don't need to get her till 3. So I have an hour and a half, which is, well, I have 2 hours really. So that's perfect. Let's stop procrastinating and start going. I decided after my run, before picking up Marley, we'll come for a little beach walk. I feel so happy to be here. I did my run, great, it went fine. It is like constantly just like a mental battle. Like my body felt fine, but I was like, I could just stop now if I wanted. Like, I'm a bit bored. Like, I don't really feel like doing this anymore. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we don't touch the seaweed, you grunt. This is yucky. So I feel like it's more of a mental battle than a physical battle for me at the moment. Alright, Harper, try not to get your feet too wet though, please, okay? Well, yeah, but not up your legs because your leggings will get all wet. Yeah, I picked her up and I was like, you know what? I really feel like going to the ocean. I feel like I haven't been to the beach properly in like a couple of weeks, which is a really long time for me. And I kind of feel emotional. I don't know why, but I just like burst into tears. Like, I love it here so much. And I don't know what I'm feeling. Like, sometimes you cry and you like know why you're crying. I don't know why I feel like crying. I just feel this like need to have a bit of a cry. I don't know. But I feel very happy to be here. I love being at the beach. She is so happy at the beach as well. Yeah, okay. I just feel like it's my safe place, you know? Like I just feel so at home at the ocean. Like, look at this. Like, you're telling me that's actually real? Like, this is real life? Oh, she's getting ready. Yeah, so we'll be here for like the next, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes or so, and then we'll go pick up Marley. I'm just going to get them sushi for dinner. I'm going to make a burger. Hayden's working. So, bliss. This is how I imagine, like, I don't know what I think happens after we die, but this is how I imagine my afterlife being. It's like, it's by the ocean. Who wants sushi? Oh, good. Alright. Sushi for my girls. Which plate would you like? Yellow for Marley. Thank you. Oh, you pushed it right on the floor. What was that, Marley?
Sushi.
Teriyaki chicken for me. Sushi, sushi, sushi. Well,
Chicken says ba.
chicken says what?
Ba.
Ba, 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 ba. I love sushi. My aim is to have the girls sleeping in like 45 minutes to an hour. It's 4:45. But Marley hasn't napped, and when she doesn't nap, she really needs to go to bed. And Harper hasn't had a nap either. She's got 2 tired girls. Harper was yawning the whole way home, weren't you? Tired, hey? Big day. But the beach was beautiful. Did we have fun at the beach? I had fun at the beach. Did you have fun at the beach? Marley was a childcare. Cheeky you.
No, cheeky you.
No, cheeky you.
No, cheeky mom.
Ah, okay, cheeky me. Say, that's the way, I like it.
Like it.
Like it. I love you girls.
Mum, look.
Yeah, mine's falling apart too.
I'm falling apart too.
Yours falling apart too. Hopefully a really chill night for me. I'm planning on reading. I really want to finish my book. Fingers crossed. Alright, Saturday night in the Virgo house. Thank you. Thank you. I just popped to the shops really quickly to get something in it. Okay, you're going to put it up for me? The girls are helping me unpack the cottage cheese. Cottage cheese, as Marley calls it. For bagels and for rice crackers. Doing burgers tonight. Some light and creamy. I am going to discuss, once the girls are in bed, what I'm sort of adjusting in my diet. Because I think I have... Yeah, just be really careful, darling. I don't want to talk before being like assessed, but I have a pretty, I'm like 90% sure that I probably have PCOS and like insulin resistant, and because of that I have to be more specific about what carbs I'm having, but then I've got to be really careful because I'm training a lot, so I've got to make sure I'm having enough carbs, but not too many that I'm insulin resistant. And it is Saturday. So I was talking to my bestie Georgia before, who is a nutritionist and dietitian. Well, she is a dietitian and she's very, very clever. So I was like, hi, can you please help me? I need some assistance. So we're sort of tweaking how many carbs I'm having and seeing how that helps. Because ideally, I'm in a bit of a deficit and I'd like to lose a couple kgs before I get into like the really intense part of marathon training. My kilometers are about 2. I don't want to be in too much of a deficit, or really a deficit at all, in the second half of marathon training, because obviously I'm going to need fuel to get through my workout because I'm going to be running a lot. So I will finish this conversation after because the girls are driving me a little bit insane. It is Sunday morning. I have not been for my run yet. It's 9:30 and we're going to a playground with some friends. So it's not looking good. Which friends do you think we're going with? So I've made myself a coffee, got some snacks packed for the girls. That's it. And we're going to go play on the playground with a friend. Well, a couple of friends. And then we're going to a winery We're going up to Main and Cherry in Lake Chandler's Hill, which will be nice.
We're going to see Halifax.
Yeah. And we'll see some other friends. We're going to go for like lunch, I guess. And then when we get home from that, I'll be going for my 18k. Yeah. It's a bit stressful, but it's fine. I just didn't want to get up this morning. It was cold. Harper was in our bed early in the morning for a big cuddle, and I just didn't want to leave them, to be honest. Which I know is something I need to work on. I need to get better at just like removing that guilt, but I'm not there yet. So we are going to go play. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Who's excited?
Me.
Do either of you need to do a bush wee?
No. Yeah.
Marley does? Okay. How stunning is this? We are up in Chandler's Hill in Main and Cherry. I've done my makeup, I got dressed. It's a little bit windy and I'm a little bit chilly, but it's gonna be beautiful. You wanna hold my, oh no, you got no hands there for my moo. Alright, Bubba, I'm gonna enjoy an afternoon and then I've got to somehow do my run. But at least it'll be some good carbs because I'll have some pizza probably. So good carbs before going. Okay, so this vlog has ended up being a bit shorter than normal, and so I asked on Instagram if anyone had any questions they wanted me to answer. So I figured we would have a little chit chat before wrapping up, because all of a sudden I looked and was like, oh, like I finished editing it and I was like, oh, there's a fair bit to say still. Ziggy's here with giving me a cuddle. I have quite a few questions, and some of them I feel like will be low-key deep and some of them not so much. Where to start? Garmin versus Apple Watch, gels/fuel for runs. I love my Garmin. I think Garmin is better for running and for triathlon training. I definitely want to get back into triathlon training in the next few months, like after I finish finish marathon training. Triathlon training is like the next thing I want to be doing more of, because I think the zone 2 that you do in triathlon training, like the endurance is just so good for you. So I definitely want to get back to that. But I have found since I have switched to Garmin, I feel like my progress has been better, my recovery has been better, the battery life is just so much better. Like I am still on 72% and this has had me do like over 30k's worth of running, and so that's awesome. Insane, actually. So I highly recommend a Garmin. I just have the Forerunner 265S and I love it. As far as gels and fuel for runs go, unfortunately it's a very personal thing. I have not nailed my nutrition yet for running, and it's something I'm working on. So I feel like I'm not someone to give advice currently. You just need to make sure you're hydrated, you're fueled, you're getting enough carbs, you're recovering with protein. It's a very personal preference thing. I like to go with the least, least artificial. Seem to settle better in my belly, but everyone is different. So you'll have to, unfortunately, do trial and error for yourself on that one. I got the question, are you religious? And no, I'm not. I don't really know what I believe in currently. I feel like I believe in karma. I believe in do good, get good. I believe in, I don't know, manifestation to an extent. I believe that what we do in this life is reflected in our next life, but I don't know. I don't know what's out there. I like to think that anyone who has passed is still looking down on us, but no religion in our household. I got asked what my goals are at the moment in all aspects of life. I always have a lot of goals. I think having goals is really important. My main goal, obviously, currently is to run the Sydney Marathon. And really, I think a lifetime goal of mine would be to run all world majors. I think that would be an incredible thing to do, and have that world major medal would be unreal. But they also keep adding more, so I feel like that could take a long time. Also, they're like very hard to get into. They're very expensive. Like, you've then got to travel. So I don't know how possible that is, but that would be a huge goal of mine. Would be Ziggy, can you stop with the squeaky toy? But yeah, a huge goal of mine would be to run all world majors. I also have the goal of wanting to do an Ironman one day. So like, they're like fitness related goals. Ziggy, career wise, I would love to go full time in social media at some point. At the moment, it's not viable financially, but one day, if this could be my job, that would be literally a dream come true. And I feel like I'm trying to get more out. I'm trying really hard at the moment to be consistent and to push out more content for the possibility of getting more reach. So that's a big goal of mine, like career wise. So it's like fitness, career, family. I just feel like there's always so much. I feel like actually at the moment I just want to survive the next couple of years and embrace them and enjoy them and like soak in my girls for what they are at the age they're at, because we've been noticing that they just change and grow so quickly. And so I think just being as present as possible with my daughters is a huge like goal at the moment, because sometimes we get so wrapped up in like the busyness of it all that we don't get to enjoy it. So we're trying to take a step back and just like enjoy them more. I also would love to do mums retreats. This is something I've been thinking about heaps lately and I can't figure out how to execute it. I almost have too many goals, actually. I would love to, do these like mums retreats like once a quarter where a bunch of mums get together. We rent out an Airbnb and just have like a weekend away from our kids and just go for coffees, go for runs or walks, go to Pilates, eat, drink, play board games, do craft, like all those sorts of things, and just like enjoy stepping out of motherhood for 48 hours or so and just like enjoying the company of others. But I'm not sure yet how to execute it, but that is something very high on my list of things that I want to achieve. But I think that would almost have to come once I'm doing social media full time, because at the moment I have my other job that takes obviously a lot of time from me to have an income. So it's like a real tricky, like I want to have financial freedom so that I can help others do other things. Like I don't know how to like explain it. I have another project that I really want to work on that includes like podcast format, but not like on YouTube. There's a whole series of topics I want to discuss in the way that I would had podcasted in the past with Shannon, but just like sitting down in a space, chatting to other mums, chatting to people. So like podcast vibes, but on YouTube. But again, the execution of it, the time, the back end stuff that has to go into it is like quite a lot. And so I just need to find like the time to be able to dedicate to doing that. I know the space that I want to do. I know people I want to talk to. I know topics I want to do. It's just like finding the time to actually execute it how I want it to be executed. So that's a big goal of mine, which I guess like falls into social media. We'd love to move house. I would love a different house to what we live in. I don't love where we
like, we don't love this house. It was never a house that we bought to live in long term. Our aim was to get out within 5 years, and we've now been in it for nearly 5.5, mainly just because interest rates went up, COVID hit, we had babies, like, circumstances changed a lot, and they've just sort of meant that we've stayed in this house a lot longer than we anticipated. But it was bought to be a stepping stone into the market and then an investment property, and so, yeah, a new house would be great. And that's pretty much all the goals going on in my head at the moment. I think. I got, would you ever consider combining the girls' rooms to create a dedicated workspace? Not at the moment, not in this house. Again, the aim would be to just get a different house. I don't really like the idea of the girls sharing currently. Their rooms are both quite small, and so I feel like if they shared a room, they wouldn't have any space for themselves, and then it wouldn't even end up being a workspace because it would just be overflow of all their stuff because we wouldn't be able to fit all of their stuff into one room. So unfortunately in this house, it's just not really possible. I would love a work/office space one day. How/where do you find all of the energy for your runs around being a mum? Very inspiring. That is the sweetest thing ever. And I would say that a lot of it is actually not having like the energy, but it's like forcing the time and carving out that time to do it. I'm sometimes running in the mornings. I'm sometimes running when the kids are at childcare and kindy. I'm sometimes running the second Hayden walks in the door and can take over parenting. I'm out the door going for my run. But yeah, it's really just carving out the time. The one thing I struggle with is the guilt of leaving the girls. I often get the guilt of like leaving the girls and upsetting them, because sometimes if I'm going for my run in the afternoon when H gets home from work, the girls are like upset that I'm leaving. So that's something I really have to work on. I would love to be someone who worked out first thing in the morning at like 5-6 a.m, got it over and done with, got on with my day, but I'm not very good at getting up in the morning these days. It's cold. I'm really trying to focus on better sleep, and it's just not working yet. But that would be my aim, and that would be probably my suggestion, would be to do it first thing in the morning before your kids are up, before you're going to work, whatever, and like getting it done before the day even starts, because then you've started your day the best way possible. But I also know that's not always realistic. I'm lucky that if I don't do that, I can then find other pockets in the day where I can get my exercise in when the girls are at childcare and kindy, or when Hayden gets home from work. But in a few weeks, he'll be away for a week, and I don't know how I'm going to juggle it all then. So that'll be interesting. Would love to know your tips on finding mum friends. Finding it really hard. I'm so sorry you're finding it hard. Personally, I got really lucky. Ziggy, stop. There has been a couple of ways I have made mum friends. One of them, unfortunately for most people, is through social media, because I've connected with so many mums through social media who I've then become friends with in real life. I found opening up and talking about my experience in pregnancy and newborn and sleepless nights and motherhood and all these things really just like created a really nice community for me, and I've been able to find so many people that can resonate and relate to things that I've gone through. And they, realistically, if you're going through something, the likelihood is someone you know is also going through it. So I think being open to discussing like the more difficult parts, or the things you love, or anything like that, is really important in making other mum friends. And yeah, I found that really special. I had a mum friend who I had known for I don't know, most of my life. She had kids kind of around the same time as me, but we weren't like close. But there's this thing with mums where when you become a mum, mums bring you in. Like if you don't know anyone and you bump into a mum friend and you're chatting to her, like I got really lucky, and this mum then added me to a Facebook Messenger group, and they were meeting up at a certain spot every week for like mums club basically. So just like made their own mums group, which was amazing. So I went there a few times, and I made some of my best mum friends from there. Like I met Shannon there, I met my friend Sam there, who then we went to the gym together. So that would be another way I found making mum friends really, really strong connections with, was I went to a group fitness training. I used to go to BioFit, which I love. Dave and Em, obsessed with them. Love what they do there. My goals have just changed, which is why I don't go there anymore. But the thing with going there was they had a 9:30 a.m. class, which had a creche. And so I would go at 9:30. There was all the other mums were there, because everyone was putting their kids in the creche at that 9:30 session. And then we would all work out together. We would all complain that we were tired together. I made some of my best friends at that gym. Sorry, Hayden just called. But yeah, some of my best friends came from going to a gym that they had a kids space, so the kids could get dropped off. We all hung out and did our like 45-minute session together, and then sometimes we would then go for coffee after, or we would go and like we would then sit in the gym space after, breastfeeding and chatting. Like that's how I made some of my best mum friends. So I just think getting out there and going to places where there's going to be other mums is very, very helpful. I think I'm gonna have to finish there, because I feel like otherwise I'm gonna just chat forever. Like I have actually so much more, but I feel like I need to stop talking because I feel like I've now rambled forever. And this video has gone from being quite short to very long. So I'm going to wrap it up here because now I need to edit this and upload. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. My next 2 videos are going to be so good. I think my next 2 videos are 2 of my favourite vlogs I have done in a really long time, which should be up in the next few days because this video is from like last week. I've edited it all. I'm just adding this bit today and then uploading today. So if you're watching this in real time, hi, like the date's uploaded. And then, yeah, my next 2 vlogs that are coming are just really good. I'm really excited for the content that I'm making at the moment. I'm excited for what's to come, and I just feel really good and really excited. So I'll speak to you in my next video very, very soon. Bye!